All right, what's shaking Fremont? This is Sonny. I'm downtown here talking to Bob Gross. How you doing, Bob?
Good, good.
Hey, man, you're a longtime Fremont resident, right? Graduated what year?
Fremont Ross, 1991.
91, Fremont Raw. Now, what's it feel like coming back? You grew up here, you graduated here, and now you're working for the city. How's that feel?
Love it. I just never envisioned myself in any type of leadership role with the city. Being a kid growing up here and leaving and going to college in Virginia, finding my way back home. I just, never envisioned myself in this role, but I couldn't feel more blessed. I'm just very fortunate.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, I found something out about you that you collect socks, right?
Yeah,
You're the
I do.
sock man, right?
I collect socks.
So how'd that come about?
I'm a pretty simple guy. A couple years ago, I just bought two 12 packs of black
Yeah.
dress socks, and just to make it simple, I didn't have to match socks. And secretaries up in the office were making fun of me for just having boring black socks, and I went home from work that day, told my wife the secretaries were making fun of my plain black socks, and she got a huge kick out of it. And I said, well, if you bought me some fun socks, I'd wear them. And that was Christmas time, a few weeks before Christmas. Next thing I know, everybody in her family, my family, started buying me a bunch of different fun socks. So I found myself with a whole new wardrobe of fun socks and started wearing them. And then just to give my wife some love, one day I took a post to the fun socks that she bought me to put it out there on social media, and I got a lot of positive responses, and
Yeah.
and I just kept that up, and then I got into buying the crazier the sock, the funner the sock. I'd wear it and just have fun with it, and just feel good way to start the morning, put a smile even on my own face, or friends and family faces that see my posts.
Yeah, probably my two favorite socks that you have is probably like Jay Colin and Tom Nicely.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, somebody turned me on to. I get a lot of suggestions. So at one woman came and said, Bob, there's this website called Face Socks. You can order socks with people's faces on them. So I went to that and I ordered my first pair. And so I've got socks with my wife's face on them: Tom Nicely, Danny Sanchez, Paul Graw, John Cahill, Jay Cullen, and I've got some more in the works.
All right, that's amazing. So living here in Fremont and working for the city of Fremont, what are some of the things you love about Fremont?
So my love for Fremont has really been exemplified here in the last several weeks. And we'll start with the pandemic.
Right.
Being a hard-working blue-collar town has served this community well during the pandemic. You and Mayor Sanchez starting the to-go page to help some of the local restaurants out. Because we're that hard-working blue-collar manufacturing type town, several people have been able to hold on to their jobs, or the economic impact, it's going to hit us, but it may not hit us as hard as maybe a lake community that relies on tourism. While we have a tourism component to our community, it's not something we rely on. Our backbone is really, manufacturing. And a lot of our manufacturers have done a really good job of implementing precautions and doing what they can to keep their doors open. I know when the pandemic hit, Mayor Sanchez tasked me with the responsibility and worked with Beth Hannum to find out, hey, which businesses are essential? Are they staying open? Or what can we do to help them stay open while staying safe and implementing precautions? And so the vast majority of our large businesses have stayed open. And while we're going to feel the pinch and the crunch probably in the months to come, we won't feel like a lake community that really relies on tourism. So we're blessed to be a hardworking blue collar town.
I know you're the economic development.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on there? I know it's tough at times. Anything you want to share with us?
Well, I'm not at liberty. It's funny because
there's a lot of behind the scenes.
We use that phrase a lot, behind the scenes, because, like I said, we work with the county and we work with the state, and we get into a lot of our large employers, which are a large part of our tax base, and we're constantly checking with them and seeing how they're doing. Is there anything we can do to help you grow, expand, try to keep you here? And what's fearful is or not fearful, is, everybody pays attention to negative headlines.
Right.
But if you really added up the negative to the positives, you realize Fremont has a lot more positives than they do negatives. We have companies expanding, even in the middle of the pandemic. There's some announcements coming out over the next several weeks, some press releases, going to be some announcements over the next few weeks of companies reinvesting into their company and expanding and adding jobs. And I'd love to tell you about it, but I don't know.
Wait and see, right?
But I'm not at liberty to say because I don't want to steal that company's thunder.
Right.
They've spent some money, time, and effort to grow their business, and they deserve all the credit, and they deserve to make that announcement. And we'll just be happy to share it and be a part of it.
Right. Exactly. Well, Bob, thanks a lot for your time. I know you're a busy guy, so thanks a lot for sitting down and have some juice tonight, right?
Back to juicing.
Back to juicing.
I need a break from juicing for a little while.
All right, nice talking to you, man.
See you. Thanks, Sonny.